go. Boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Top 5 on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have two incredible panelists with us, recurring panelists, Sister Rakia and Carmen, all the way, one from Birmingham, out of Birmingham, another one out of Chicago. Sister Rakia, can you say what's up to everybody, please?
Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Excellent. And Carmen, can you say what's up to everybody, please?
Peace, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Boom. All right. So the first thing, and shout out to our YouTube family, with everybody who makes lists and stuff and show love as well. Top 5 breakout singles by artists. Number 5, we start with you, Sister Rakia.
All right. So from her debut album, Dangerously in Love, that came out in 2000 and I can't read my own handwriting. I want to say 3, maybe 5. I'm not sure. Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
That's 2003 for sure. Yeah, Crazy. All
right. Can't go wrong with that. With the Beyonce.
I'm not gonna say who might be my number one or not, but all right. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Crazy in Love. Why'd you choose that?
I mean, I'm a huge Destiny's Child fan, and when I heard she was going solo, I was just anticipating, what is she gonna sound like by herself? What kind of music is she gonna put out? And Dangerous and Crazy in Love was just it, with the horns and the trumpets, and it was just everything. I just went up for Beyonce with that one. And I just put her at number 5 because we already know her from Destiny's Child. So, but it still was a solo artist thing. So I just placed her at number 5 because we were familiar, but not familiar. So
can't go wrong with Beyonce. That, great list. I mean, great choice. Yeah, that's my favorite Beyonce album of all time. All right, Carmen, what you got for number 5?
You should know what I have for number 5, but it's Halftime by Nas.
Okay. Here we go. I should know somehow I was gonna slide Nas on the list. Okay, and why?
Look, he's not number 1.
And why Halftime, Carmen? Why that song?
Because that was his first song ever. And the reason why I have it on the list, of course, is because he's my favorite artist. But the reason why it's so low is because most people don't know that song. Nobody knows Halftime. Everybody knows like Illmatic, like when he really, really came out. But the first song that even got him on was Halftime.
Shout out to Piece of the Guys, Escobar. All right, here we go. So my number 5 is so random, but not random, not more random than that. I thought it was random until I heard Carmen's number 5. T-Pain, I'm Sprung. I think it was just like a moment, and it came out, and it was the auto tune of the newer era when it first came out, and everybody was singing, "I'm sprung out together."
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was from that moment, like the next 2 to 3 years, it was auto tune crazy. So shout out to T-Pain for "I'm Sprung." It was one of my favorite debut singles. All right, let's go. Number 4, Zakia, who you have?
Number 4, I have from the album that came out in 2018, Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B with Bodak Yellow. I am a huge Cardi B fan. I'm sorry. That she can do no wrong with me. Bodak Yellow.
She's behind me. So I got her, B, boom. Carmen, give me a Nas album. We'll put it up there. We'll find a way. Give me a Nas album. We'll put it behind me. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Bodak.
It should already be up there. I'm looking at all the people you have up there, and half of them don't even equate to a fraction of him. But okay.
Oh goodness. Yes, you can't go wrong with Bodak Yellow. Carmen, who you got for number 4?
Number 4, I have Missy Elliott, "The Rain."
Okay.
Everybody loved that song when it came out. Everybody was talking about Missy, Timbaland, and Magoo from that point on. That put her on.
Crazy. I ain't thinking about Missy. You can't go wrong with Missy for sure. All right. My number 4 is, and everybody who's watching on Facebook, but also when we put it on YouTube, please let us know your list as well. My number 4 is going to be Hotch. We going down. Yeah, Nelly, Country Grammar. You talking about coming out? You talking about coming out swinging? That's how you. I don't know nobody from St. Louis before or after. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nelly put on for the city, and then put on for the Midwest, and all that good stuff. Boom. All right, number 3. Who do you have, Sister Rakia?
All right, from the 2019 album 7, there's a song called "Old Town Road." A lot of y'all may know him as Lil Nas X. I mean, that was
okay.
Smash hit. Yeah.
Okay, I definitely wasn't expecting that for sure. I mean, you talking about shook up the probably the most streamed song that year. It's
That's
definitely
my
the most
number
streamed
three.
song of the year.
I started to tie him up with Billy Ray Cyrus with Achy Breaky Heart, but I said I
Okay.
didn't want to do any ties. But yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you for not doing ties either, because love trying to slide ties in there. All right, Carmen, what you got for number 3?
That is my number 3, Old Town Road.
Okay.
My son Raja was going crazy over that song.
Everybody
He
was.
told me like 5 or 6 different versions. Him and my daughter, everybody was going crazy over that song. Oh,
Right.
young, that was it. Like I know a couple of songs after Old Town Road, but that song definitely put that man on the map.
You can't go wrong with that. Boom. Number 3. Back to probably 20 years ago to this day, but Baby Hit Me Baby One More Time, I'm going Britney Spears. I just think that it was a lot of people forget how everybody was dressing like that in the schools, and everybody was wearing the schoolgirl and the baby and the glitter and everything that was about Britney Spears. She came out swinging, and I was like, boom, that's how you come out. And she had a chokehold on Pop for quite some time, during that time period. All right, let's go. Number 2. Who do you have, Sister Kid?
From the 2001 album Songs in A Minor, Alicia Keys with Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
I think she hit the ground running with that.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Alicia Keys. And you talk about all the girls wearing the beads and with the little things.
I was one of them. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, now for you, Carmen, number 2.
Number 2 was No 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 by Destiny's Child.
Hey, shout out to Destiny Child. Shout out to the queen herself, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And Carmen, matter of fact, I think back then, that's probably when you were babysitting me. I remember you singing Destiny Child a lot of times during that time.
You keep saying that.
I'm just saying, I remember you. I remember
the
you
craziest thing
babysitting me.
ever.
Mimi says Alicia Keys is
You're
classic.
older than me by like 6 years.
Carmen, the fact that you babysat me and still try to deny it really makes me mad. All right, let's go. My number 2 is Justin Bieber. I'm going Baby. You talking about having everybody just singing it. I don't care if you was a cool, not cool, nerd, tough guy. Everybody was singing Baby. Everywhere I went, everywhere. That's all I heard was Baby. I don't know if y'all seen that. Yeah, Baby. You never heard
Baby.
Baby, no. You never heard Justin Bieber, Baby, Carmen?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I don't remember that.
Now, Carmen. Now you talking about remember. It's only ain't that long ago. You talking about, you want my love with Ludacris? When I was 13. What? All right, Carmen, you better pick. See, that's what I'm saying. All right, here we go. You can't go wrong with Justin Bieber, Baby. Carmen doesn't know Baby, whatever. I digress. All right, number 1, Sister Kia, who do you have?
So I kind of cheated with this one. It's not on a debut album, but I feel like we kind of really got to know who she was with this album. And it's from the 2007 album, Good Girl Gone Bad, Rihanna with Umbrella.
Umbrella, yeah.
That was her breakout song. I know she had Fond to Replay and all that other stuff, but it was Umbrella that did it.
For sure. Sister Mariah says, peace, family. Peace, Sister Mariah.
Peace, y'all.
Sister Mariah, you haven't been watching like 5 years. We haven't seen you since like probably 2019. All right, let's go. We miss your commentary, Sister Mariah. Carmen, who do you have for number 1?
Number 1, I have the Jackson 5 with I Want You Back.
Can't go wrong with that. Also, Carmen, as soon as we get off it, you have to YouTube Justin Bieber Baby because it has like billions of views, so you have to keep up with that. Mimi says Josh is a Bieber. Mimi, I like Justin Bieber. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I was a Bieber, but you're all that matters. Like Justin Bieber has nothing but hits.
No, I like, don't get me wrong. It's certain songs from him that I like. I just never heard.
You just never heard of Baby. Okay.
I never heard.
Mimi says classes. Mariah says stopping in to watch before her game. So Mariah, who you a fan of in Florida? Let me know. Boom. All right, here we go. My number 1 is Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. I think Bruno Mars is probably the most underrated success story of all time. Like the man did perform the Super Bowl twice, and people still don't bring him up when we talk about King R&B or like King of nothing.
King R&B.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't see it either, Carmen. I'm with you.
Listen, I just
Cut it
think
out.
he
Yeah.
is. I don't
Let's
think.
let's not ever say that again. Okay.
I'm saying
Don't say it
currently.
out
I
loud.
ain't saying it currently. Last 5 years. Last 7
Don't
years.
say it out loud. Don't say it
Last
out
five
loud.
years. Y'all got somebody in front of him in the
Continue.
last 7 years.
He's not the king of R&B.
In the last 7 years, when Jacquees said that,
No, no,
everybody
no, 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 no.
they
We're
mentioned
not talking
everybody
about
but
last
him.
7 years. We ain't talking about, oh, this era, that era. When you say king of R&B,
You know what I'm saying right now.
the
Right
king
now.
of R&B is still R. Kelly.
No, not the last 10 years. Carmen, Justin,
Uh,
Bruno
uh,
Mars. Bruno Mars, last 7 years.
no.
People don't even bring him up. I'm like,
No.
how y'all bring him? They say Usher, Chris Brown, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. They don't even bring Bruno Mars up. I'm like, how y'all bring him up?
They right. They right. They don't bring him up for a reason. He ain't in the, he, no.
Okay,
Nope.
anyway, he got a lot of hits. That's what I'm telling y'all. Mimi says it's not even R&B. I don't know what y'all call it. People try to give
I don't know what
things.
he is. What is it? What is it? Oh,
It's definitely R&B to me. It's definitely
Nope.
R&B to me.
Nope.
Probably if there's like a Mexican R&B.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
I would give him that title.
I don't even know if he that.
R&B.
Like an international R&B or
Or
And
first of all,
be-
he's not getting the title king. Let's scratch that all together.
What do
But
you
then
call a man who
outside of
performs
that,
twice at he headlines Super Bowl by himself, performs with Beyonce at the Super Bowl, co-headlines. Like, I don't like what else y'all call him.
not the king.
So when y'all
the
hear
king of features.
when y'all hear leave the door open, what are y'all hearing? What do y'all hear when y'all hear leave the door open? What's that?
Let's
Y'all
move
count that as
on.
R&B? Leave the door open? So,
Nope.
Go on to the next thing. Go on to the
Nope.
next
We ain't
thing.
doing it. We ain't doing it.
all right, top 5 teachers. In the movie, number 5. Oh, my list is amazing, by the way, as per usual. Number 5, who do you have, Carmen?
I have Dangerous Minds. What's her name?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Naima says, peace, family. Peace, Naima. You missed the R&B conversation. You just missed it. Now we're doing top 5 teachers in a movie. Michelle Pfeiffer, Dangerous Minds. Carmen, why'd you choose her?
I had to choose that because I watched that movie like a billion times. I don't know, like I was going to see something else, but I really liked the movie. I really liked it.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Dangerous Minds. I remember everybody talking about it. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
You
I saw
haven't seen it?
No, I'm saying I've seen it since I saw it one time. Everybody knows the Coolio song. That's all I know. I know.
Right.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't know the plot. I can't tell you the plot.
I realize there's nothing there.
Yes.
All right. Sister Rakia, who you have at number 5?
Who else? The 1995 smash blockbuster hit with this teacher named Miss Johnson from the movie Dangerous Minds, played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hey.
Can't go wrong with Dangerous Minds. Y'all had 2 times. Okay, I told y'all was gonna have the same time. Like I know y'all got the same stuff.
First of all,
Y'all literally had this. Y'all tied something else. Sister Mariah said Mr. Clark better be everybody's number 1. Sister Mariah, who's Mr. Clark? Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark, Mista Clark, Mr. Clark.
it's not my number 1, but it's close.
I don't know who that is. Naima says Denzel Washington and Great Debaters, and Mimi saying I don't know who that is. All right, let's go. My number 5 is his name is Strickland in the movie Fist Fight. It was Ice Cube playing. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Fist Fight. You ever seen that? The comedy? Ice Cube?
Yes.
With the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Okay, whatever. It's a funny movie. It's a funny movie. All right, boom. All right, let's go. Number 4, who do you have? Carmen.
It is Great Debaters with
Great Debaters? Okay.
yes, with Denzel.
I saw that one time, but shout out to the positive, messaging and things
Me
of that
too.
nature.
Anything with Denzel, I'm going.
Okay. Naima said Fist Fight is hilarious. Apparently, y'all got to watch Fist Fight. All right, let's go. Sister Kia, who do you have for number 4?
For number 4, in 1993, Whoopi Goldberg played in this movie where she was Sister Mary Clarence in Sister Act 2. So I'm gonna give number 4 to her with that. That was just entertaining. I love that one. That's the one with Lauryn Hill. That's one of my favorites.
So that's what Mimi was talking about. Okay, Sister Mary, because Mimi said Sister Sista Mary Clarence. I don't know what you were saying. Sister Mary Clarence. Okay, boom, got it.
Yes.
All right. My number 4 is Mr. Campbell in Kindergarten Cop. So Kindergarten Cop. I don't know if y'all seen the movie, but
yeah,
I've seen that. Yeah.
Boom, can't go wrong with Kindergarten Cop. Let's go. All right, number 3. Everybody saying yes, that's such a classic. Boom, good movie. All right, number 3. Who do you have? Carmen.
Okay, so I have the movie Matilda, and I don't know the actress name, but her
Yeah,
name in the movie was Miss Honey.
yeah. Okay, you can't go wrong with Matilda and all of the cast. That's probably we can do top 20 movies that are like perfect from beginning to end. Everything. Matilda's a perfect movie. You can't go
Yeah,
wrong with that.
Matilda's perfect.
All right. Mimi said Mr. Campbell, and then she said Joshua, please. And then Naima says Miss Honey, I love her. Everybody, okay, you know y'all. Everybody loves Matilda. All right, Sister Rakia, who do you have for number 3?
Number 3, back in 2006, Lawrence Fishburne played this guy called Dr. Joshua Lorby in Akilah and the Bee. So I had to give that to the Akilah and the Bee.
Can't go wrong with Akilah and the Bee for sure. That's a good one. I don't think nobody ever mentioned that. That's probably the first time somebody said that on top 5. That's a good one.
Okay.
And Mimi said Matilda is good. Everyone needs a Miss Honey for sure. All right, my number 3 is School of Rock. All right. His name is Dewey Finn, but of course, when I see him, I don't know. I didn't never count his name is Dewey Finn, but I had to IMDb it because I'm just like, hey, Jack Black, School of Rock. He came and taught those children, what rock and roll was all about. You can't go wrong with that, and gave them confidence and stuff. So you can't go wrong with that as well. Naima said that's a great one. Boom, boom. All right, let's go. Number 2. Who do you have, Carmen?
Lean on Me.
Okay. And what's that about? I mean, wait, what's Lean on Me? Because that's what Sister Westman said. What is that, Carmen?
You don't know you've never seen Lean on Me, Josh?
You never heard Justin Bieber, baby? Okay, boom. Yeah. So what's Lean on Me? Yes. What is that?
Lean on Me is a movie with Morgan Freeman, who
Okay.
comes to be a principal in an underprivileged neighborhood with a school where the scores are horrible. There's gang activity going on, all kind of craziness, and he comes to really implement what he wants to see or how he wants the community to be. And so he's really rough. He cleans the school up. He kicks the drug dealers out. He's fierce. He even goes back and forth with the school board, with the teachers that are currently there. He fires people. He's cussing everybody out. I don't believe you never saw Lean on Me. Fire side when they're singing like the school song, he catches them in the bathroom, like doing drugs, smoking weed, something like that. You don't know that?
It sounds like you're describing Shaft. Is this not Shaft? It's not Shaft.
No.
A bad guy who comes into like the city, like starts making things happen. Is it Luke Cage?
I'm a pop.
They used to call him Crazy Joe, but now you can call him Batman.
Okay, so it's Batman. So because it sounds like a Batman. Y'all sure it's not Batman? Y'all describing? Mike says Carmen don't.
Everybody that's black knows what Lean on Me is.
Oh, pardon now. I gotta be not black because I've never seen Lean on Me before. Oh my God.
I'm checking your card.
And Mimi says Carmen don't explain anything to him. He's seen that movie. I literally apparently whatever movie y'all talk about, I don't know what y'all talking about. Sister Kia, what is your number 2?
He wasn't necessarily a teacher. He was most like a coach by the name of Carter that came out in 2005. Coach Carter, man, with Samuel L. Jackson. He put them boys into shape. What is your biggest fear? We had to recite that in school, man. It was awesome. I love that.
Can't go wrong with Coach Carter for sure. See, Carmen, I know something that's black. Coach Carter, boom, there it is, boom. All right, hold on. Somebody in the comments said, "Sing this to Carmen." Fair East Side, by the sounds of rain. What do they sing? Okay,
all right now,
right? You know the movie. That's the song.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
Okay, boom. That's what it is. Okay, boom. There it is. Okay, boom. Okay, so we got it. All right. So Naima says Coach Carter's a class. Naima was trying to help you out, Carmen, not knowing Lean on Me. All right, let's go.
No,
my
you
number.
Didn't know it.
Oh, I didn't know. Boom. My number 2, the Double D MCs, Renaissance Man, Stacey Dash, Calogero from A Bronx Tale. Y'all never seen this? A Renaissance Man? I'm trying to name some people y'all would know. What's the dude's name? Kadeem Hardison. From A Different World. Y'all never seen Renaissance Man? But that teacher changed everything. He was also the dad off of Matilda. Y'all ain't got no love for Renaissance Man? God. Okay, but write Renaissance Man down. Y'all should see that.
Okay.
Okay, Olivia Shines, but she said Stacey Dash. And then maybe says that's before my time. I don't know how y'all know that. How y'all don't know Renaissance Man is beyond me. All right. Number one.
Joshua much older than all of us. So.
Oh, so now you talk about lean on me, but I'm talking about Renaissance Man. Like, what is going on? At least you're trying, dude. All right. Renaissance Man is a good one. Thank you, y'all. All right. Carmen, what's your number one?
Number one, and this is thinking outside the box, but my number one is Malcolm X. And
Okay.
of course, the teacher is the messenger, even though a lot of that in that movie is misconstrued.
Okay,
For the
Carmen's
most
going
part,
deep. Carmen's going deep. Okay.
Okay,
for the
you know,
most
if
part,
again.
he's taught you can't teach a man better than that, almost.
Okay. Okay. Look at Carmen going deep. Yes, ma'am. Rashad said it's one of his favorite movies. Perfect. And Rashad said, and the name says Renaissance Man is a good one. I'm glad. All right, Sister Kia, who do you have for number one?
Carmen may want to change my number one to Black Panther or something, but no. Of course, in 1989, man, it was this teacher by the name of Mr. Joe Clark, and he got it with Lean on Me. He was a father figure. He used to tell him, you smoke crack, don't you? You know, you need that in these schools.
Go on and jump. Go on and jump.
Go on and jump.
Josh, you would know because you don't know this
movie. How do y'all know Lean on Me more than Renaissance Man? I would never understand. Like, oh God. All right. Maybe everybody says something about Sister Carmen going deep. All right, but yes, you can't go wrong with that. My number one is, I'm surprised y'all had it so low, but Oh Happy Day. Like, how y'all got Sister Mary Claire's number one? Oh Happy Day. Like, what we saying?
Happy day.
Right.
Like, man, Sister Mary Claire's like, she was the kind of teacher I would give. Man, that's the kind of teacher I wanted. Give you confidence, singing and be there to make sure your parents don't pick you up, whatever she had to do to help Lauren Hill when Lauren Hill had to meet mama and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man,
singing does not.
Ma'am?
No, I was quoting the line from Sister Act.
Oh yes, ma'am. And you can't don't sleep on the first one. A lot of people, because the second one was so good, but the first one, she was singing. Whoopi Goldberg was singing there on the first one. Now, don't sleep on the first one, y'all. If y'all rewatch the first one, when she's like, I will follow him. Like, no. Sister Mary Claire's okay. No, she's good. All right, let's go. Number 5, we're doing top 5 sports TV shows of all time. Sister Rakia, number 5, who do you have?
All right, so this show first aired in 2013. It only ran for 4 short seasons. It's called Hit the Floor. It was about college basketball, but the show is more geared towards the cheerleaders, though. But I liked it. It was a lot of scandal and stuff. Hit the Floor.
Okay, and what this come on BT?
No, it came on I don't know which network
it was on BT for a time.
It was okay.
But
okay, hit the floor. Okay, y'all listen. Y'all put me on Hit the Floor. Never heard of that. It sounded like it might have came around the same time as College Hill and all that. But Hit the Floor. You can't go wrong with Hit the Floor. Carmen, what you got for number 5?
Number 5, I have Survivor's Remorse.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Survivor's Remorse. That's a very good one. Boom. Also, random story for top 5 history. I was auditioning for a role in a movie, and the main guy from Survivor's Remorse was super cool. We were working on the same set, and he was super cool. I didn't get the part, but he was real nice. And I was like, yo, the dude from Sister. I was like, hey, I know who you are. And he was like real nice. And then it was like, boom. Next thing I know, he was on Survivor's Remorse, and he was taking off. Naima says The Game. The first 2 seasons, though. Thank you, Naima, for saying the first 2 seasons. I ain't think about The Game.
Too low, Naima.
I didn't even think about The Game.
Way too low.
Way too low.
All right, boom. And Mimi says Ballers. Mimi's obsessed with The Rock and the TV show Ballers. All right, my number 5 is Playmakers. It was one season. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. Playmakers was like, when you talk about football in the locker room, and everybody was on it. It was with the guy from Omar Gooden from Baby Boy, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. He was like the tough dude on there. Most people know from that. Huh?
The Unstable Creatures guy.
Yes, but yeah, Playmakers was like behind the scenes about steroids. It was just a good show. All right, number 4, who do you have to the kid?
Well, this show actually became a spinoff from the 1992 movie A League of Their Own about a bunch of women who started this all-female baseball league after World War II. The show is called A League of Their Own also, which debuted in 2022. They only have one season so far, but A League of Their Own, it's pretty cool. I really was a fan of the movie with Madonna and Tom Hanks. It's pretty cool.
So you're saying there's no crying in baseball is what you're saying?
There's no crying in baseball. That's right.
Crying in baseball. Yes, sir. Okay, I didn't know they had a show. That's pretty cool. I like that movie used to be on all the time, like on HBO or something. It should be like every time I came home, it was like, oh hey, League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own, right?
You can't go wrong. All right, Carmen, what do you have for number 4?
Number 4, I have Cobra Kai.
I didn't think about that as a sports. That's dang. It would have been on the list for sure. I didn't think about that. You can't go wrong Cobra Kai. Man, I love Cobra Kai. So, all right. Mimi said she didn't know they made that a show. Boom, for sure. All right, listen. My number 4 is Cooper. Y'all time period. Hang on, Mr. Cooper. You can't go wrong with that. Man, he was a basketball player who like went back to his old town and started being a teacher and it was trying to give everybody lessons and all that. Can't go wrong. And it had one of the best theme songs like from earlier seasons. So you can't go wrong with hanging Mr. Cooper.
Okay.
All right, let's go. See, Carmen, give me the card. Speaking of a card, black. All right, let's go. Urban. All right, number 3. Who you guys is the kid?
This show came out in 2006, maybe. Yeah, 2006. It's called Friday Night Lights. It ran for a good 5 seasons. Really cool show. I watched a couple episodes, honestly. I liked it, but it wasn't enough for me to just, I don't know, stay on task with it. But Friday Night Lights.
This is a kid. Great show, by the way, and super low. But yes, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with the Friday Night Lights. All right. Carmen, what do you got for number 3?
Number 3, I have WWE. Raw with The Rock and
okay, of course, yeah.
That was super entertaining.
Talking my language, absolutely. Still a huge fan, by the way. Mimi says, "How does it go?" That's a good one. Oh, she's referring to the theme song. Naima said that's her number 1 because, of course, Michael B. Jordan is on there. Mimi, this is what Rakia saying. Mr. Rakia, Mimi saying Friday Night Lights is so good, you should finish it. Yes.
Okay.
All right. My number 3 is Eastbound and Down. I know y'all might be up on it, but if y'all want to get some good laugh, Kenny Powers, go back and watch it. Eastbound and Down, and it's about a retired. It's almost like Hanging Mr. Cooper, but like funnier. But it's like a retired athlete goes back to the small town, and he becomes a teacher. It's slick. Now that I just say it out loud, it's like the same thing, same concept. But Eastbound and Down is one of my favorite shows of all time, and yeah, it's funny. It's Kenny Powers got Will Ferrell's on there. I don't know if y'all watched The Office, but Daryl from The Office is on there. He got all kind of random cameos, and it's just funny. It's a comedy. Completely inappropriate, by the way, but it's real funny. All right, number 2. Who do you guys over here? Or what do you have?
All right, so for number 2, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to put in number 1 spot. I'll keep it how I have it on my list. I'm not. I'm gonna change it up. The Game. It ran for 9 seasons. It aired on BET all the time. So I'm gonna put The Game at number 2.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with The Game. Every woman that I ever talked to during that time period, I couldn't. What do you watch? The Game. I'm watching The Game. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like, we're watching The Game. Like, this is what we're watching. It's like, that's what they were watching.
Absolutely.
It was a thing. It was oh my goodness. All right, Carmen, what you got for number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Friday Night Lights.
Okay, let's Carmen Friday Night Lights. And we're locked in, Carmen, because that's my number 2. We finally got Carmen. That's probably the first time we ever tied on something. But yes, Friday Night Lights is my number 2 as well. Carmen, why you like Friday Night Lights?
I don't know. I love it. Well, of course, like Naima said, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, of course.
I mean, beyond that, it don't need to be anything else.
Yeah, that's my number. That's my number 2. Friday Night Lights is it wasn't. I mean, I play football, so I can relate to some of the stuff, but it just showed what Texas was like. Naperville was never like that. Like Texas is a whole nother monster with football. Like, and we took football serious, but the way Friday Night Lights made it seem, it was still other stuff going on, and they were like, it wasn't. Friday Night Lights is high school football is the Super Bowl. Like, this is the biggest thing. It was not like that for me, so I learned a lot about what it was like. Boom. All right, let's go. Number 1, and thank y'all. Let me know what y'all number 1 is. Number 1, what you guys, Sister Kid?
So I follow this show from every which kind of way. I've watched every episode, probably watched a season or two twice. Debuted in 2018. It ran for 5 seasons. All American. I'm a big All American fan. I cannot get enough of All American. With Spencer, Tay Diggs is Coach Baker.
I watched like the first season. I think I watched the first season because it had to do the Tupac. It had it was a lot of people in there. It was just good.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't keep going, so I should have kept going. But that's a good one.
Yeah.
I should have kept, and it's based off a true story, so that's cool too.
Right.
All right, Carmen, what you got for number one?
My number one is The Game.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes, I'm familiar with the time period. My God, everybody's obsessed with the show. Literally, I was like, y'all got to chill with The Game.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Mimi said she watched the first few seasons but didn't keep up. Gotta keep up with The Game. Boom. So, Carmen, you watched even when Brandy came on.
Yeah, it was whack. Then. It was whack, but I still watched it.
You still watched it? That's what I'm. How do y'all? Like, I'm not. No.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I had to. I couldn't. I could not. I needed to make sure it was going to be garbage.
Listen.
For sure.
Well, speaking of number ones, One Tree Hill is my number one. I don't know if you have ever seen it, but it's very binge worthy, and it's an amazing TV show. It's about basketball, it's about brothers, and it's about how basketball changed the culture of a small town. And now you had the haves and the have-nots. It was great, but it had the drama, the love, I love One Tree Hill. And it had one of the best theme songs ever. But One Tree Hill is matter of fact, write that down. Top 20 TV show theme song. Might be do that next week. But yes, One Tree Hill. Have you ever seen it? I'm assuming your silence is saying a lot. Well, look it up, and it's good. And the boy he's off Coach Carter. He plays off of that, and then y'all might know him from The Wood. He was the one who was crying, and he made him get in the back seat. Yeah.
Okay.
He plays on.
Okay.
He plays on One Tree Hill. He's young forever because the fact that he's in high school in the show, I'm like, yo, there's no way. Like, but he does a good job. And Mimi said she was referring to All American. She didn't watch all seasons. Okay, thank you, Mimi, for clearing it up. And she said, so good to see the SISTAS, the sisters, back on today. And she's snapping her hands. Good to see the sisters getting representation on top 5. Thank you, Mimi. All right.
Joshua hater.
I'm just saying. I can't wait to put this on YouTube. Let us know your list. Sister Rakia, can you please say goodbye to everybody?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Sister Rakia, for always holding it down. And Carmen, can you please say goodbye to everybody?
Good night, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Without Marvin giving us a word, I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to tell everybody, thank everybody for watching. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off of the People's Podcast. Boom. Thank you very much. Can't wait to put this on YouTube. Thank y'all for watching. Mimi, Naima, and Sister Mariah before she had to go. Boom, boom, boom.